Okay, let's bring in our next guest, Billy. Kimberly Chapin from Select Business Systems. Hello, how
Hi,
are
Chuck.
you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you. Now, Select Business Systems, are these the people that do our printers?
Yes, we're the new vendor
good.
for you guys.
I've been wanting to talk to you.
Yeah,
That
are you enjoying
is the
it?
nicest printer I've ever had in the building, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
Good, that's good to hear.
Now, what you do is you go out and you place these in businesses?
Right, so we go in and we do an analysis of, your needs in the business, and then we'll fit the copier MFP to your needs. So then we'll, depending on what you guys create and print and that sort of thing.
Because there's still some people that have copiers and printers and faxes and scanners in their offices when they could have it all in one.
Right, exactly. We try and minimize the amount of devices in your office and make things more efficient, make your workflow go a little bit better.
You got to hear some great stories from people like,
Definitely.
oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much of this I was wasting, how much of that I was wasting, how much of my time I was wasting.
Right, exactly. And even cost, it's interesting, and something that a lot of people don't know is when you're purchasing office equipment, whether it be, through Office Max, Office Depot, or you are spending about 10% of your total cost of ownership on that initial cost to purchase it. The other 90%
what do you mean? It goes down in value so fast after you purchase it?
No, so your total cost of ownership, only 10% is actually purchasing the equipment. The rest of that is maintaining it. So your toner, paper, any labor, parts needed to fix the equipment,
right.
Administration and management of the equipment, as well as your fixed costs to run the equipment and operate it. So it's best to have a company like us who comes in and, takes care of that for you in its entirety.
Because if you have a problem with your machine, you guys come out and fix it,
right?
Because that's part of the deal.
It's in the contract, and depending on the problem, it can range in cost. And it's best to know, for your own self, to know how much you're going to be spending, and that's what the contract's for.
Is the toner? Is that included?
Yes.
How do you do that?
I'm not really sure. That's more of the management that knows how that works. But based on the contracts, our agreement, that cost is meant to cover everything. So
let's talk about the cost. Okay, how much is it per month?
It really depends because
let's get a low and a high.
Well, it depends on your cost per copy, and some contracts include a certain number of copies per month, and if that's what you're paying for, and if you ever go over, then you have to pay additional. So it really just depends. I'm not a salesperson, so I don't really know the fine details. What
I'm trying to get at and find out is, by doing it your way, it's got to be one, more efficient, and two, the cost has got to work better for a company.
Right. Well, you're not, by allowing us to take care of it, you're not having to have your employees do it. So, that's time that they have to do to go out and purchase it. Something could happen to them, from the store back to the office. They could be spending their time on what you hired them to do, rather than taking care of the office equipment and making sure everything's running smoothly. So it's more the convenience factor that
if one goes down and it takes like a big repair, you guys bring another one in so that you don't lose time?
It depends. We want to make sure that you're up and running at all as much as possible, and if it does require us to have to supply a loaner for you, then we'll do that. We don't ever want you to have to be down, because otherwise you're losing money.
So the companies out there that have all these multiple different machines, you guys come out for free and check it out and tell them what you can save them? Exactly.
Usually we'll like to get an idea of what they're spending now, and we'll try and reduce that if possible, and then maximize or minimize, their devices, and if we have to take a copier out, or if area needs it, if too many people are on a copier, and we might need to add another one in the department.
And chances are the copier, the printer, is going to be a lot better than the one they're using now.
Right, and a lot of people keep them, for longer than the typical life of it, and so, getting a new one, keeping up with technology allows you to move quicker, and produce your copiers quicker, and so it just keeps you more efficient.
Awesome. The people at home that are watching that want to get more up to date in their printer, copier, fax, scanner world, how do they get a hold of you?
So we have our website, www.selectsharp.com, and then our number is 559-446-0123.
Awesome. Kimberly, thank you very much
Thanks,
for coming
Scott.
on The Buzz. Good to see you.
You too.
Hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break.